Okay. Well, something is on your mind, and it's not business, so what's going on?
My heart's just not in it anymore, I guess.
Into what? Into the marketing campaign? Into the development? What?
Everything. I mean, I am looking at lip gloss and blush, but my mind is focusing on those beautiful little children, their faces, those beautiful little children who are starving to death. And giving them food and holding them because there was nobody left to hold them. That felt so good. That felt so right. And this just feels so trivial and even selfish.
Well, there is definitely no comparing the two. I'll give you that. But you always have been a woman of multiple talents. And so there is no reason that I see, anyway, that you can't continue to pursue the philanthropy that you started in Africa and just keep one hand on the tiller here. I mean, I personally remember how much you loved running enchantment. And this place needs the same creative spark that you had down there.
I'm just not sure I can do that. I mean, what good is this? I mean, how is any of this making the world a better place for anyone?
I know you're scared. So was I. I went through years of what you've been going through. And not just the pain, but the humiliation, the sense of betrayal from being hurt by someone that you loved. That feeling that it's somehow your fault, or that you failed in your marriage, in your life. But they've been teaching me here every day that none of that is true. I was suffering just like you are, but not because of anything that I had done. We all deserve to live a life free from this. And we can have it. You're in a safe place, Emily, with friends. Surrounded by women who all share the same feelings that you've been going through. That's why this place exists. It's a place that you can get help. And I'm not any sort of professional, so you will need to speak with a doctor, get examined. Dr. Hubbard here is very experienced with this. In fact, he really helped me. He's very good.
I don't understand. Trevor's not yours.
I didn't always know that Trevor wasn't my son. For months, I had no doubt that he was mine. After everything they did to keep me from knowing about him, pretending that he died at birth, sending him off to live with a nanny and hiding. Jake and Amanda were convinced that he was my son, therefore he had to be my son. And when I finally held him in my arms, I felt so connected to him. I was his father in every way possible. It wasn't until recently that I found out the truth.
Oh my God, David, I'm so sorry. So that's what you were talking about when you talked about the bond you have with a child that's not yours biologically. You weren't even thinking about me and Emma. You were talking about what you have with Trevor. But how could you keep it a secret? How could you let everyone think he's your son when he isn't?
Because he still feels like my boy. I don't love him any less. I don't want to protect him any less. In my mind, in my heart, nothing has changed.
But it has. Especially if Jake is Trevor's real father. Is he? Do you even know? Tell the truth, David. Who's the father of that baby?
It wasn't a good time in my life. I was angry with Amanda. I thought that she was my friend. Turns out that she was working for David, trying to seduce me, trying to get me drunk. Also, David could lay claim to little Adam.
She regretted what she did. I mean, you both told me so.
Yeah, she said that she felt guilty. But she also tried to terminate the child when she thought he was still mine.
And you helped talk her out of it?
The idea of having a baby at that time, it's what helped me get my act together, get sober again. Everybody thought I'd be relieved when I found out the dates didn't match. The kid wasn't mine, but inside I was disappointed. To have a son that brought me back, and suddenly he was gone. I'm sorry, I shouldn't be laying this on you.
No. It's okay. I mean, you're supposed to be able to tell your wife how you feel, right?
Yeah, but I know how bad you want children. And now I might have another child with another woman.
You know how much I adore little Adam. And just because he isn't mine, it doesn't make me love him any less. And if Trevor turns out to be your son, then I'll love him just as much.
Everything that Jake and Amanda have been through with David, and now I'm in the mix. I don't like it. And I don't like how this might turn out.
We have to stop worrying about all the possibilities. I mean, we can't figure out anything until we know for sure who is Trevor's father. They're testing David's DNA right now. You have to go get tested. Right away.
We were pretty crazy back then.
Yeah. Like a couple of crazy teenagers.
Not that I complained.
I was so unsure about my relationship with Taylor, remember?
That is right. I was sure I'd never have another real relationship again.
Well, there's something to be said for those crazy and wild days. Well, you want something to eat? You want a bottle?
We both should have been more careful.
Yeah, well, I'm glad we were. Did he just say Dada?
I think so.
You know, I feel like I had a connection to him from the minute I saw him in the sweltering Barbados clinic. And I think I would have had that connection even if he wasn't your son. No matter what, I would have. I think. And my feelings for him just kept growing, month after month. And I had a lot of feelings, you know. I felt really bad about all the deception and the lies to David, about him dying and everything. I mean, all of it. All of it.
I remember when you showed me that house. Showed me what you did to protect him, to hide him away. And when I saw Trevor, again for the first time since I'd seen him when he was born, I fell in love with him all over again.
Well, I think I brought you there earlier than planned. As much as I wanted to do it for you, I did it for myself. You know? I think that we have both really dreamt about him being ours. I mean, ours, yours and mine, really ours, but that kind of be just too good to be true, don't you think? That kind of thing only happens in movies and fairy tales. I mean, it's just me hoping. We don't know anything for sure.
No. No, we don't.